second news post. We're seeing a second news post from Mod Pips and Jagex CEO. This may not be a chat GPT one like we seen the first time around, but we are going to cover this one because we have to. This just in. Sir, have you heard the news about 302? What's that, sir? Sir, they just hit the second RuneScape. Yeah, CEO got on the phone immediately. They passed him that Motorola, said, hey, you gotta do something about this. We can't handle the forums right now. We're under attack. Reddit's burning. World 302, we're losing capacity, sir. Okay, let's see what they got for us. Let's see what they cooked up. Okay, so we got a membership survey and update from Mod Pips and Jagex CEO. The conjoint membership survey has caused a community of frustration, anger, and concern. We have made major mistakes with this and are truly sorry. Your feedback is heard loud and clear. If you don't know, watch my last video before this. It does talk about some of the things that they proposed to us, which was absurd prices for membership, limiting us based on what members we have, if it was a low tier or a high tier, how many accounts you could have on it, the customer support, AFKing, XYZ. There's a long range on it. Watch the other video if you want to see, but we might as well do something on this right here. So the second news post that we have, because they did drop a chat GPT one that they had fresh off the press ready to go, copy and pasted it straight onto the website and said, hey, we hear you guys, this is what we got for you. Now this one may be a real one from the CEO himself. Let's see what we got. This was clumsy and inconsiderate to say the least. We failed to think this through from your perspective as players. We got some backtracking, but we have a little bit of accountability here. Even though they said they included players from the get-go for their analysis due to the conjoint information that they had with the research they did, apparently they failed to think it through with the players. We got caught up in research mode and rushing a project with a research partner. Probably not your research partner anymore. Or you're not going to mention who that research partner was because, well, RuneScape players did what they do best, and they made Jagex fuck around and find out. We can put in simple terms. They started, what I don't agree with, I do not condone doxing and everything like that. That's fucked up. But they did. They went the distance. Everything they could find about CVC started being spammed. And again, obviously, you're going to have repercussions from that. Regardless of how you feel, you can't be doing shit like that. But it does seem that their research with their partner was a bad call. What was intended as a rigorous methodology for exploring unfiltered range of ideas, you saw as alarming possibilities that appeared to threaten the integrity of the game you love. Well, no shit. No shit. It contained ideas for consideration in the cold light of day, just shouldn't have been in there for serious consideration. This is what I said before. This was literally just pure disrespect. I said this to you guys, chat. You guys remember what I said to you as well yesterday. There's no reason that it even should have left and been published, whether it was a leak or not. The consideration of these numbers was just pure disrespect. They did not give a fuck. They did not care. That was not on their to-do list. There was no double check it, Bob. Hey, it's good. Add another 2 zeros at the end of that and slap that price on it and call it out. That shouldn't have happened, but it did. They Mr. Krabs did. But that's just, that it is what it is. They love money. And that's what happens when, new ownership comes in. But the community did what it does best and fought back. It contained ideas for consideration. Yep. We should have paused to consider this properly and avoided the unnecessary worry and anger this has caused. You didn't learn from the past. You don't remember how we reacted back in the day. Okay. All right. I guess that works. Why the survey was conducted. This was an exploratory survey intended to test a broad range of features and options around subscriptions, including those from other games, to measure how they ranked and compared. The randomness of survey system presented features, combination, prices that understandably alarmed many of you. Yeah, that's that conjoint analysis that you did. Conjoint analysis, which is basically accumulation of data that's done through numbers that are already in place to an extent, research and feedback that they've gotten of what someone may be willing to pay, generating and taking that data and slapping again some numbers and inflation on it to see if people would be willing to pay these prices. Now, in that first news post, it does say that the prices and everything considered from this conjoint analysis included feedback from players of the community and from numbers that they seen as realistic. but then said it was random. That none of it was actually a real thing, just the ads and everything that they put on there and all the possibilities were just random things generated. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with that. Anyways, they're backtracking, saying that that was way too absurd. Didn't mean to do that. We shouldn't have even proposed it. Sorry. It was a major misjudgment to include features that suggested we would consider degrading the game experience or impacting gameplay. Even the mere suggestion of ideas like in-game ads, shorter AFK timers, or making improved player support and additional costs undermined your trust in us. Well, absolutely. In-game ads, I mean, ads are everywhere. You cannot escape them. You have ad blocker, you have things. Everyone's trying to do it. You got ads for your ads. You have ads after your ads. You have ads that play if you don't skip the first ad within the 5 seconds. And then you're stuck in that ad. You have ads on Hulu, on Netflix, on XYZ. You have ads everywhere you could look. There are going to be ads unless you pay for a premium version. If we're already paying for membership, you're saying that we have to pay and we'll still get ads. I mean, of course, that's going to give you some backlash. Shorter AFK timers. Your game is point and click. It's all it is. It's a clicking simulator. And it takes time, a lot of time, based on the XP rates and methods of skilling that you have in RuneScape. For anyone that doesn't know RuneScape or is new to RuneScape, it can take you a very long time. And you start at level 1, and your max level is level 99 in a skill. And you would think that halfway to 99 would be somewhere along the lines of 49, 51, 50, or whatever. No, it's 92. That's how their XP rates work. Everyone knows that. 92 is half of 99. If you don't know that math, now you know. It is very, very slow. In some skills, you're looking at a maximum of maybe 120,000 XP per hour. When you get to those later skills, you're looking at 1 million XP needed. That's 10 hours. You do the math, XYZ, yada, yada, yada. In smaller words, AFKing is an essential part of playing RuneScape. For people who don't have a lot of time, it's very, very important to be able to throw it up on the side, AFK, get some training in, and do while you're doing in real life, knocking it out and, not having XP waste. And they wanted to shorten those timers, which is obviously going to upset a lot of people because they already don't have a lot of time as it is. It doesn't harm anyone. Your character's just standing there. Eventually, the action that you had your character do no longer is being performed, which means you're not even getting XP. You're just standing there. So what's the harm in standing there when you don't even have dangerous random events anymore? But yeah, I mean, that's a big one. Making improved player support and additional cost undermined your trust in us. Like I had said before, yeah, you should do your basic functionality as game developers, which is just give us customer support. We already went over that. While the goal was to gather data about speculative options, we should have realized these topics would feel like a betrayal of the principles that make our games special. Accountability might be sweet nothings in here, but let's see. What we have learned. This process has reaffirmed just how much you care about our games and what you do or do not want to see in the future. I am 31 years old. Most of the player base is probably 24 or older and has been playing for a very long time, and we have kept this game afloat for a very long time. And you have done this multiple times to the community and player base. You probably should have learned it does not bode well at all whatsoever. Whether being 31 or 25 or 26, or even if it was a younger community, this shit just shouldn't fly. Prices like this just shouldn't happen when we've kept the game alive for this long. I mean, there were graphs and everything just a month ago showing how high old school RuneScape is in the MMORPG list in comparison to like WoW and these other games that people didn't even realize RS was at that point. Is there some skewed statistics with bots and things along those lines for player base and membership and XYZ? Yeah, absolutely. Let's keep it 100p. Absolutely. We know that that's an essential part of the game, but we have tried and we voice our opinions on that, but that's a different story. That's a different rabbit hole. They're going to be in the game. Bots are in every game. Just to what extent is, dependent on what they choose they're okay with. Anyways, we've kept the game afloat for a long time. We've been dished bullshit like this before. It didn't work out for you guys. It's not a smart idea. I don't think you should have done it anyways, but it is what it is. Your clear feedback has reinforced our commitment to the values that drive our games and guide the decisions we make. Beyond testing very early concepts of various kinds, no firm plans were in place, and not a single line of code has been written for any of them. The survey has been halted to a firm stop, like the banners they're carrying in World 302. CVC, fuck you. That's what they're saying right now. Obviously, they've been halted. Obviously, you heard the feedback, and obviously, I mean, it took a lot, but yeah, sure. Okay. I mean, halted does not mean that the idea is thrown out. Halted does not mean that it's done. Hey, hold on. Let me get my cat. Beans, what we doing over here? Like, what we doing? Sorry. We'll cut that out. Editor, yeah, skip. It's halted is a weird word to say, right? We've put that to an end. We'll no longer consider something like that. Like, anything along those lines would have been, I think, like a little bit better. But I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Hold on, give me 1 second. Oh shit, I might have just ripped these bitches. Anyways, anything like that would have been better. To say that we're not going to proceed with this anymore, anything like that would have, in my opinion, been just better wordage or verbiage than halted. Halted does sound like you are still considering it. You just need to consider it the right way. I got fucking dusties all over the place now. God damn. Don't worry, we'll get that edited out of the video. Jesus Christ. It's the ads. The ads are under attack. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. But yeah, there's not too much that can happen there. No, we're not leaving it in. Like, just look at it. It's like I'm being rained on by fucking bullshit. It's like I'm walking through White Wolf Mountain, you know? Like, we not doing that. It was just some dust that was on my blinds, and I shook the fuck out of them motherfuckers. Anyways, yeah, anyways, indoor snow machine. No indoor snow machine. We'll just go back to the darker lighting because it is what it is. Fuck it. It is what it is, right? Anyways, back to it. The survey's been halted is what they say. Obviously not a good idea here. Halted is not a good word to use. It definitely needs to be something other than halted. It has to be, we're going to throw that out and scrap it and revisit it in the future. Something along those lines. We're going to take what you guys said into consideration much more seriously and then present something new in the future. Whatever. We'll see. We take your feedback very seriously. We've heard you loud and clear, and we want to address the main issues directly. Ads and membership. This was originally to be tested in the context of a lower cost ad-supported membership. Should never be considered. So explaining this is contradictory in my opinion, as you're saying that you've learned from it, and now you're explaining why you decided you want to do ads. You're saying, hey, we never should have even offered this to you guys. And now you're saying, well, this is why we want to do it. Hey, it's just the idea. If you don't pay as much for your membership, you might get some ads, aka not paying for premium of a service like I mentioned before. We will not include any in-game advertisements in any regular paid membership. So, I mean, again, I'm not really sure what we're getting here. But yeah, I don't think that's the best verbiage once again. They're talking in-game advertisements in any regular paid membership. There's a lot of borderline verbiage using here that I don't think they're done with this whatsoever. While we may explore ads in free-to-play as a concept in the future, there are no plans for this currently, and we will tread carefully considering all the feedback. There's going to be ads at some point. Listen, ads make a crazy amount of money. My YouTube may grow. I want to put ads on my videos because it makes me money. That's just the reality. You look at Twitch and you watch your favorite streamer on Twitch, there's always rolling out ads. Whether they're pre-rolled or after every gameplay, after game they finish, there's going to be ads. I am not on Twitch. I do stream on Kick. And on Kick, there are no ads at all, which is a very, 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 very positive thing about Kick that a lot of people enjoy, is that they can go from stream to stream at any point they want, and they're basically able to watch whatever they want without being bombarded by ads. If you're going to put ads in your game in any way, shape, or form, you're forcing someone to watch an advertisement on something that they don't want to see, and you are making big bucks off of, and you're going to do that. You're getting offered and pressured big money to put ads in your game. You've made it very clear in how you worded this here. There will be ads at some point. You are going to figure out how to put them in and not piss us off. And we're going to get pissed off, and it's not going to work. Period. It's not going to work. You will do it, and unfortunately, you have players who enjoy your game that much. They are going to play it that way, but be honest about it and say straightforward, there will be ads in the game regardless of your membership. Unless you pay the top dollar like it is for any streaming service, you won't have ads. Straight, right there. I mean, Netflix says it, Disney Plus says it, Prime says it, XYZ says it, Hulu says it. If you pay for this tier, you only get 3 per episode. If you pay for this tier, you get none at all. You're going to implement it somehow. You're going to. It is what it is. And they're definitely slapping it on free-to-play players. That's just going to apply pressure for people being very annoyed. I mean, it's not hard to look at the metrics. It's not hard to look at the money made. It's not. You know there's money there. You know they're going to do it. You know it's annoying. You put it on someone. It pressures them to do it. They pay the money. You win. The people you're sponsoring win. We pay more money, and it is what it is. AFK timers. Similarly, this was originally included in context of a lower cost membership option, but we will not be reducing AFK timers for any paid membership. Again, this is with the verbiage. You got to be real careful with this, right? This was originally included in context of a lower cost membership option, but we will not be reducing AFK timers for any paid membership. They are saying that they will reduce AFK timers. It's the same with the ads. They are going to put ads in. It's just if you pay for what they want you to pay, you won't have to suffer from that. And what entitles paid membership? Does it have to be paid with real money? Can it be paid with in-game gold? We have options right now with bonds and everything that we are able to get membership with in-game gold, but we didn't pay real money for it. Are you saying that you're going to force paying real dollars for a membership makes you qualify for no ads or better AFK timers? Or is that not enough? That's where the gray line comes in. They have yet to address what offers, packages, or anything from the conjoint analysis in that survey, if in-game gold is even going to be in possibility for some of these membership options, which is forcing your hand to use real money to get it. It's kind of this kind of seems like they're making this post to say, hey, we heard there's some extremities in there, but we are going to do it. You are going to pay that money if you don't want to deal with it. We'll tone it down in a couple areas, and that's it. We hear you. We kind of crossed the line on this. We fucked up a little bit, XYZ, but it's going to be refined, and we're going to put it in the game, and you're going to have to pay that money. So it sounds like you're going to be opening up that wallet, or again, grandma that you live with is going to be getting a few extra charges, if you get what I'm saying. That's what it sounds like. They're going to press the hand of people having to use real life money, whatever shape or form it is, to get those membership options. Obviously, I don't condone any of that. Don't be stealing credit cards. Don't be doing all that shit. But yeah, it isn't. Yeah, oil or oil. It's up to you. What are you gonna pay with? That's how it sounds. Exclusive worlds and pay-to-win concerns. We understand that exclusive worlds or other mechanics that could be perceived as pay-to-win are a major concern. We commit to ensuring that any subscription provides access to the full suite of core game content. Okay. So we're talking about exclusive worlds and pay-to-win concerns. We understand that exclusive worlds or other mechanics that could be perceived as pay-to-win are a major concern. We commit to ensuring that any subscription provides access to the full suite of core game content. Is Project Zenaris core game content? Are community worlds core game content? Are specialized worlds beyond 2K total level players core game content? Or are you saying that a regular membership, you can access the base worlds, but if you get the paid, you get the good worlds? I may be misunderstanding this. Truthfully, I may be misunderstanding this, but it sounds like they're basically just saying in simple terms, like, we heard that, we get that. But again, if you just get basic membership, you'll get the simple stuff. Everyone else gets the good things if they pay the money. Game clients and plugins. We will not make plugins or features on our official client paid options. We want to reassure you that we do not plan to gate features behind paywalls. This applies to the incredible work done by community developers too on clients such as RuneLite and HDOS. This one might be straightforward as it comes. We will not make plugins or features on our official client paid options. And they said it does include RuneLite and HDOS. So this one, in my opinion, there's not really any wordage that's like trying to work around it. They're being pretty straightforward. They're not going to gatekeep any sort of features, clients like RuneLite or whatever, locked behind any sort of payment. We'll see how that plays out. But this one is the most straightforward one, it does seem like. Player support. This is a very, very big one because a lot of people are upset because we already know how Jagex's accountability for account recovery. Chat, I'm sure there's plenty of you that have even probably caught a false ban. That you have had an issue where a false ban came. I mean, we had incidents just recently last year where a whole shit ton of people got false banned on accident because of something that happened with their anti-cheat, and it was saying that they were banned for 2 weeks or whatever, and some of them, it didn't even get removed off the account. It got dropped to 2 days or a day. And then some of them, they got a free bond, even though they were false bans. So I'm not sure what player support is even being considered here, but customer support, player support, enhanced whatever, should just be a base model of your company. Period. There shouldn't be anything else to it. We said that yesterday. We don't want to beat a dead horse. You want improved player support, and this should not require additional charges. We agree. You've given us deep feedback on this, including in the recent player support survey. We understand the frustrations players have with existing support systems, and whilst we understand any doubt you might have, there are changes already in progress. Years this has been being said. Even this was a spit, like spit in the direction, and it may have landed on my fucking shoe, yet let alone my arm or my face, when you guys say that you're going to offer enhanced player support at additional cost. Again, this is shit that never should have even been considered on any conjoint analysis whatsoever. No matter what they say, this is something that, yeah, they got a lot of backlash on. But whatever, years. We want to make sure our baseline support offering meets your expectations, regardless of the content and feedback from the recent survey. We hope to be able to talk more on this soon. Just be straightforward and say that we do not give the best customer support. We're looking into it as a team. We want to offer you guys more options. We need more communication in between our base player base, our member player base, our free-to-play player base. No matter what you are, we need to be able to be on the same page if you have an issue with your account that you just need a response for. Regardless, there should be nothing else to it. It should be straightforward. No enhanced XYZ, nothing. That it should never have been said. There's no point of it. There's no reason behind it, and it is just there's nothing. There should be no reconsidering. There should be no revisit this in different words later. There should be no exploring this option. Just be honest about it. Do what you're supposed to do as a game dev. If you are a 101 game dev, whether you're an indie game dev on Steam, whether you're making a Roblox mod, Minecraft mods, you're making a private server for this, there is customer support to some extent. You'll find it anywhere. Email us at X, Y, and Z. When you email Jagex right now, you don't get responses. You don't get anything from them. You can send in 3, 4, 5 recoveries for an account that you're trying to get a response for that was clearly hacked, that you have proof of, and they will not give you. I had my account hacked years ago. 4.6 bill. I was in the middle of a TOA. I got targeted, got hacked, and I lost my account. I reached out on every form possible, on Twitter, in main game, in email, every way you could think of. Discord, whatever it is, I tried to get a response from them. It took 7 days to get a response. 7 days for them to deny it. I provided proof of membership from 2013, if not later, and finally was able to recover my account after that was denied as well, and I proved even more that it was my account. At what extent do you have to go to prove that you're the owner from someone who stole your account? And let me just say this real quick on this topic, because this frustrates me, and I've said this before. You have 2FA on an account, correct? Right? Mostly everyone has 2FA, right? You have your account, you have 2FA. If someone steals your account and gets your password and logs in, and they want to disable 2FA, it does not prompt them for Jagex's 2FA to remove it off of their account. All you need is the password, and you can remove 2FA off the account. What is the point of 2FA then? If you have 2FA, where you need something, the PIN, to log on your account, and someone gets your password, they can go on the website, get in there, use it via email to remove the 2FA, and you don't even have to confirm via PIN or 2FA to take it off your account. How does that help? How does that protect anything? Because it could be bypassed via email and then recovered, since they think you're the owner, the 2FA is taken off completely. Your phone that has the 2FA on it is completely pointless. It's completely pointless. What is the point of that? I was not able to protect my account with 2FA because it was taken off within the first hour that they got it. Because when you guys give someone access to an account that's recovered, you think they're the immediate owner just because it was recovered, even though the guy that clearly has been on the account from the same IP in the same state, in the same location for 8 years straight, isn't the real owner. I'm not sure when that'll be reworked or revisited, but that was a side rant, aka just kind of touching on how bad player support is, how bad your account security is. And the reason why I went down that is because in that conjoint survey, based on that conjoint analysis, on that survey yesterday, they talked about guaranteed verification and recoverability of your accounts. If you pay for this membership, we'll guarantee recovery on your account. We'll make sure that you guys will have access to that account and you'll get it back. Only if you pay for this membership. That's that enhanced player support, isn't it? Yeah, I don't know. But that's a background story of how bad it really is. How many loopholes there really is on your account security, your player support, customer support, contacting them, getting any sort of answer on an account that you may lose and items that are lost. I mean, let's even dabble on this real quick. One more, right? Because this is a very touchy subject. You guys know, chat, you guys know, as of recently, what about the recent issue with UIMs? Does anyone remember that? Do you guys even remember? This is weeks recent. UIMs were losing all of their gear. Billions of their gear. And they were being told to sit tight, we'll look into it. I don't know if you guys even know, because it wasn't even talked about much. But UIMs that had dropped stored items, or they had items that were on an hourly timer, or they were doing a wilderness swap or whatever, they had loot pile lists or whatever, we're losing all of their gear. Thousands of hours of grinds. And some of them don't even have a response yet. They still don't even have their items back. This has been weeks, they still don't even have their items back. Because of an error that happened with Jagex, and they can't even give them they just say, sit tight, we're getting to it. Yeah. Right now, we're working on a new business model. It's $350 a year. It's fucked up. But yeah, that's really what's been going on in the game, behind the scenes. Every time there's an update, you already know the infamous spaghetti code. There's issues that happen. There's bugs that happen. There's glitches that happen. There's dupes that happen. There's rollbacks that happen. It happens all the time. All the time. So the player support one, there is a little bit of a rant in there, but it's very, very needed. It's beyond overdue because it's bad. But let's move forward from that. General principles: we will never degrade or change the gameplay experience on offer between subscribers. Again, emphasizing subscribers or membership. We recognize this is a red line and an essential part of OSRS values. What's next? Moving forward, we will take more time to reflect on how we explore topics like this again. The whole situation is a powerful reminder of what is most important about OSRS. It's given us valuable insights not just about subscriptions, but also into the concerns that arise when these topics aren't handled with sufficient care. Any future proposals will be crafted with far greater consideration to ensure they align with the feedback we've received and values that define our community. That is just, take my word for it. That's a trust me, bro. That's a trust me, bro, right there. That's exactly what that is. That's a trust me, bro. Above all, we will remain committed to protecting the core principles of our games. This survey was intended as a way to gather feedback, which you got, but we recognize that it caused concern and undermined your trust. I want to assure you that we care deeply about our games and passionate community that makes them thrive. We are determined to learn from this and ensure that OSR remains a game that you know and love. Tell us more sweet nothings. I'm almost there. A final note from the start: we aim to consult you on what you value the most. What this has undoubtedly been a challenging few days for everyone. The process has achieved its core purpose: to piss us off, to make sure that they knew the business model they proposed was way too high. Bob in the back needs to have a fucking stern talk to, lower them prices, cut it down by 30%, and see if they'll bite on that. Slap it out in next survey. I see. To gather honest and unfiltered feedback. The kind of transparency and collaboration is the heart of what makes our game so special. This game is shaped by its community, and your voices remain central to every decision we make. While we recognize that mistakes were made here, the fact that we've received such strong and clear feedback reinforces how deeply you care about this game. More than you do. Old school RuneScape thrives because its community and working closely with keeps us moving forward, even when the discussions are difficult. Thank you for your passion, your feedback that drives us to do better every day. Mod, Pips, and Jagex CEO. We hope this Band-Aid doesn't piss you off too much. We did pull out your tail feathers. We wanted to see what would really piss you off. Maybe some of you were willing to pay those prices, but most of you weren't. We do apologize about that. We'll be back in a couple months to fuck you in the ass with some more crazy prices, and then we'll talk about it then. Fair enough. Fair enough. Some accountability in there, some we apologize, we're sorry, some whatever, but bottom line is they know what they did was wrong, whether it was leaked or not. They know that the Conjoint Analysis data that was used was completely incorrect and absurd. They do intend on still giving us ads. They do intend on limiting AFK timers. They do intend on having tiered membership, and they do intend on making us pay with real life money and not in-game gold, as far as we know right now, because they're not addressing in-game gold. So we'll see where we're left at. Maybe not ChatGPT like the other one, but what are your guys' thoughts and opinion on this? It does sound like a load of, again, and I mean, keep going on it on Reddit. Keep you guys' opinions loud and clear. Keep giving them feedback. Make sure they know this is how you feel about it. And don't forget about this. Don't let this be swept under the rug, because this is what big companies do. They have an outlandish thing like this. They let it hush for a little bit, and then they bring it back out in another way, shape, or form. We don't realize it's the same thing we were upset about months ago, and here we are back knocking on this door upset again. Let me know what you guys think. Give me your feedback on it. I definitely think they did hear us loud and clear, but will they actually stick to their word? Will they be honest about it? We'll have to wait and see.